from ACI.dev, who's also one of the sponsors, well, partners of the show. We love ACI.dev. Will was on the stream on Tuesday this week, and now we've got another one from the team on. How's the hack?
It's going great.
Yeah, I know you're not hacking, but like
Yeah.
the ecosystem as a whole, how are you finding it?
I think it's great. Like I never knew. This is my first time coming to Warsaw. I never knew that the AI ecosystem is like this big.
Where have you spent time before?
Mostly London. I do go to like many different European countries like Berlin, Paris, to like kind of represent like ACI.dev. So this was like my first time coming to Warsaw. But I would say like the talent is really like depth.
Is it giving you a run for your money? It's like, right, we've got to be careful here. I'm about to have a job by the end of this.
Yeah.
Look, we've kind of gone through what ACI.dev is with Will, right? But I want to talk specifically about Gate 22.
Okay.
Right? Can we just get technical for a moment? And I'm just going to try and ask the dumb questions around it.
Cool.
Yeah? It's not often that I get to do this and try and just, not even try, but just be so insightful around all of this.
Okay.
So like, what is it and how does it work?
So I think Will kind of like mentioned, kind of explained what Gate 22 is, but to give you like a brief overview, it's essentially like a middle layer between your AI agent and your MCPs that you expose. It's a middle layer that makes it very safe and governs all the governs everything about MCPs that you expose to your agentic IDE or any AI systems.
Why is that important?
It's very important because currently, like MCP has like a lot of vulnerabilities, from prompt injection to also like if like for an example, if you're like working in like a team and you want to use MCP, you want to like kind of manage your MCP use across your team. Most of the time, it's because you have to provide like APIs and etc. for like each different MCP. It's quite hard to kind of manage all those like MCP that you expose to your agent. And that's where like something like Gate 22 would come place, where you essentially, it's like a platform where all your MCPs are like managed. You can see the logs. What's like if your MCP is like failing, you can kind of see the logs to see so why did it give it an error, and etc.
Is the goal like long term to build an agent that can then go and fix those errors? Or is that the role that ACI.dev will play, or is that the role someone else will play?
Yes, well, I think that's like one of the futures that we can explore, because logging in itself is like a big future, like because it's essentially like observability for your tool call, and tool call is like quite hard to like quite hard to find out like why the error code was like caused, etc. So like one way I think you can do is to have like a agent in between those like tool calls to kind of prompt it to like give like a template of how an actual tool call output should look like.
Clear.
And kind of like compare what could be the potential like issue that caused the error.
And is tool calling, I wanted to ask this for a while, is tool calling part of MCP? Like, is it part of the model context protocol? Or is it just a feature of these large language, these foundational models today?
So tool calling is not part of like MCP. It's one of the primitive of MCP. Tool call in itself it's I would say it's not part of like LLM, but it is like features that you can add on to an LLM for LLM to take actions. Most of the time, like LLMs or just tool calling itself, you create like custom connectors because each API has like different ways of their like API being designed. But MCP came in to like standardize all those into like one simple way, so that you can easily connect your agent to your like APIs or like internal organization data, etc.
How do you see the landscape of MCP sort of evolving? You know, as it becomes, as it started off as a standard, it's only, it's about a year old now, right?
Yeah.
You know, I know Will was saying that the team started building what is essentially MCP and the standard process and the standard protocol, but like Anthropic taking it on and having a team that maintains it is equally as important. Where do you see the future of this going? Do we just build out a more robust standard? Is it something that actually is going to be quite innovative within the context of APIs and the way that different products and applications are connected?
Right. I think it's quite hard to predict at the moment because MCP was made to standardize just API, like connections of API and internal organization with your agent.
Right.
But if you look at how like OpenAI is adopting MCP into ChatGPT, they make it very difficult to connect your. They make it very difficult to like design. No, they make it like very specific to design your MCP, so that no, I mean they did not allow some like how you design MCP with cloud into ChatGPT. So essentially, you have to like create like another layer of function tools, which is search and execute.
Right.
In order to like connect your MCP to ChatGPT. So because many different like companies are like adopting MCP in a different way, I think it is quite hard to say that like MCP is. It is quite hard to predict where MCP is going to go.
Do you then sort of feel that it's a blank space, it's a white space, and we can start building for whatever we want? And so it gives you this open playground of like, let's just go build.
Like build around the MCP, you mean? Yeah, I would say to be honest, I would say in the end, I would say you should like just build around MCP or just build MCP in general, because although you can't predict if MCP is going to be like really standardized or not, but I think cloud will always be like the one of the biggest like player in MCP, and I don't think that's going anywhere. So
I've got to ask, how does the average human being or the average person, if they wanted to engage with ACI.dev, use the products that you're creating, the gates you're creating?
Okay, so with Gate 22, which is our like recent product, most users use it to it's like designed for like enterprises.
Okay.
So it would be like a team of engineers, or it could be a team of like marketing team or etc. They would use it to connect like different MCPs. For an example, Vercel, Notion, Superbase, and more. And to like use it within the like chat or just any AI systems. For an engineering team, it will probably be for like an agentic IDE, such as like Cursor, so that it like also governs and also accelerate your developer workflow. So within Cursor, you can essentially use like multiple MCP server to automate like DevOps, automate like reading documentation of like other APIs, or like just automating database manipulation, like using Superbase MCP. So those are like other than like governing, those are like another use case of Gate 22, I would say.
Do you feel that long term, it's that the products will start adopting Gate 22, or kind of like midterm, the products like Lovable or like Claude Code will start adopting Gate 22 and just it's integrated into the product versus something that has to be implemented in?
I don't think Gate 22, something like Gate 22 would be integrated within Lovable. But I would say that something like a middle layer of like MCP and your AI system that would be adopted within like many enterprises. Like for maybe a lovable engineering team might use MCP to gain an edge from like other engineering team
Clear.
to really just speed up their process of engineering.
Have you seen how fast or like the step change that Gate 22 has created for
Yeah,
teams yet?
yeah. I use like Gate 22 myself as well.
What, internally at the company,
Well,
or just in general when
just
he's
in general,
when he's hacking stuff away?
in general, when I like rapidly prototype, I use Gate 22, but because sometimes I don't want to allow some like functions such as like Vercels, like I don't want Vercel to like delete my project, right?
Got it.
I would like disallow those like function permissions and etc. It really helps because in like few of my projects that I'm like working on myself, I was able to ship a project from like idea to production within like 3 weeks.
Nice.
Use Gate 22 by connecting. Like,
How long would it have taken you without using Gate 22? Do you think?
I would say like 1 or 2 months. It's essentially, I use it essentially for like harder integrations such as like Stripe. Like I like just you going through like Stripe documentation is just
It's a pain
too
in the
long.
ass.
It's very
It's really long.
yeah, exactly.
You need
So-
like another engineer just to go through Stripe documentation. But then
Yeah.
they have like, aren't they bringing out the Stripe agent or like Stripe MCP?
Yeah, so you can use Gate 22 to proxy those like Stripe MCP into Gate 22, and also bring like other MCPs into it. So instead of just managing your MCP within your cluster ID like one by one, you can kind of like bundle everything together in Gate 22, which I find it like very like useful.
What's best practices in MCP right now?
Best practices. Best practices.
Is it like clean code base? Like make sure it's a clean code base. You know, is there certain IDEs that you particularly like to use that work better than others? Or is it just let it rip?
To be honest, best practices would be to make sure. I would say just to double check what the MCP is executing.
Yeah.
So I mean, because sometimes you don't want to have like a really you don't want the agent to like kind of
Delete half the project.
Exactly right. So don't just like trust 100% in what your MCP does. Like just make sure you double check what it has code, and if it has done something that you're not supposed to do, using cursor, just go back, and then yeah.
Do you have a particular model that you like or foundational model company that you like using at the moment?
Well, software, it depends. For software engineering, I think like Anthropic's like Cloud is like the best. Like,
You're not
Cloud-
liking a Grok 4 at the moment?
I have never used Grok 4 actually.
I don't think I've met a dev that's used Grok 4. I've never met an engineer that's used Grok 4. But like from a cultural zeitgeist, when I ask it questions, just
Yeah.
like as a consumer, it's not bad. It's a bit weird, but it's okay.
Interesting. I don't know.
What about Gemini?
Gemini? I use it for creative writing.
Not Claude.
No,
Really?
no. Well, actually, I kind of like. Well, for creative writing, I would use Gemini to create like a draft, then pass it over to like Claude to do like another check.
Got it. And so where's OpenAI in all of this? Where's ChatGPT?
ChatGPT, when everything's failing,
When everything's failing. It's like I've got the foundation. Like I'm not gonna get the job done.
yeah. But yeah, mostly Claude for software engineering. I think Claude is just yeah, really good.
They're the dev friendly.
Yeah.
They're the engineer friendly too. It's like
Yeah.
the engineer's favorite foundational model is how
would
I
say.
look at it. Yeah. Jamie, this has been awesome. Thanks
Yeah.
for the time. I'm going to let you eat lunch because I know I've stolen you away.
Oh, no,
I'll
worries.
speak to you soon, yeah?
Yeah, nice talking to you as well.
Let me grab the mic from you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thanks so much
Thank
for the
you.
time. This is Jamie from ACI.dev. When we think about connecting tools and products together, think ACI.dev. I offer good ad reach.